What's up, everybody, man? Welcome back to another video. If you're new to the channel, my name is JR, and I did 10 years in the Georgia Department of Correction, man. And I share prison stories. I let y'all know what was going on while I was behind the walls. Now, this story today, man, is another county jail story, man. And for those who've been following the channel, y'all know I did some time in Clayton County Jail, man. That's where I was for over 18 months during my bid, bro. And Clayton County, boy, was some of the hardest time I did, some of the roughest time. A lot of fighting, a lot of BS was going on, bro. Dealing with court cases, dealing with just people just being locked up, bro, for the first time. A lot of guys is not used to this type of situation. A lot of guys been to county jail 20, 30 times. They're county jail veterans, you feel me? They take advantage of the guys who are just coming in. So you pretty much got to, bro, you got to get seasoned in, and you got to get seasoned in real quick, bro. But let me tell y'all, bro, I had done got a roommate. I probably been in the county jail probably like a year this time, bro. I had got a roommate named was KT. Feel me? He came in the room. I hadn't had no roommate for like a week, bro, which was some of the best time, you feel me? Because anybody who been to chain gang or been to the county jail, they know when you ain't got no roommate, bro, it's probably the best time you sit back in the room, get your mind together, bro, and just have some, you know what I'm saying, that space that you really need, bro, because every day, bro, 24/7, you run a whole bunch of dudes, bro, all in your face every single time. And y'all know Clayton County Jail, they was putting 3 people to a room, bro. So to have a room for yourself for like a week, boy, it was real good, bro. Everybody used to be like, man, Jamaica, you gonna get a roommate today. You gonna get a roommate. Some guys be like, man, I'm hating on you, man. I'm hating on you. So I used to be like, okay. Like I said, though, I ended up getting a roommate. Dude name was KT. And KT, I knew a lot of the same people that KT knew on the street. Mind you, he was like 2 years younger than me at the time, bro. And KT was kind of wild. He was kind of like a hothead, bro, on the street. From the stories that he used to tell me, bro, I used to be like, bro, I thought I was on the BS. He was on the BS for real, bro. So when KT came in, bro, like I said, he was kind of a hothead. He used to always get into a little argument with guys in the dorm, bro, about little petty stuff like that. But me and him was actually cool, bro. KT was probably one of the best roommates I had during my 10-year bid, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Real cool cat, man. Even though, like I said, he be popping off with dudes some of the time, but he be ready to go now. He be ready to go. So, like I said, he always told me that he was about to become blood and this, that, and the third, but he wasn't official or nothing like that. He really ain't became blood, but he's like, bro, when I get back out there, bro, I'm finna be blood, I'm finna be this. I'm like, okay, cool, bro. I was telling him, like, bro, I don't know. I ain't getting involved in no gang stuff, but if that's what you choose, bro, that's what you choose. And I knew why he was saying that, bro, because at that point in time, bro, Bloods was getting real popular. You feel me? It was like a trending topic, bro. A lot of guys, and over there in that Mount Zion, Rex Road area over there, bro, you had a lot of guys, a lot of rappers was coming out from out of there, and a lot of them dudes was turning Bloods. So I knew he was pretty much just following suit. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of guys who was doing. They were just following suit, bro. Everybody lining up. Everybody, man, I'm finna line up. I'm finna line up. I'm like, dang, y'all folks is crazy, man. So anyways, bro, I said, we in the dorm, and one week, KT, he usually go to the store, bro. I always go to the store every week. I never used to make the store every week, bro. Sometimes I'll go and I have stuff to serve me for like 2 weeks. Sometimes I ain't got no money on my books, bro. That's just how it used to be. But for the most part, bro, I'm always straight, bro. Always good. Or sometimes I might just hit the store man, bro. I hit the store man. He had a store man in there in New York. You had store New York, and you had that boy Seaside. Now Seaside was Crip. He was banging 6-0, man. You know what I'm saying? He was alright though, bro. But bro, Seaside be on that BS too. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't like one of them store man where you probably be late or something. He'll see with you, bro. Man, Seaside be putting the press down by his, bro. He ain't playing. If it's just one noodle, bro, that man be ready to take your head off about that stuff. So KT ain't go to the store 1 week, bro. So he's like, man, bro, I gotta hit the store, man, bro. I ain't really had much in my box. I was busting everything down the middle with, bro. Feel me? If I had 2 soups, I'd give him 1, bro. Like I said, I was stretching out to the end. So he was like, man, Jamaica, bro, I ain't trying to eat all your stuff up because I know you got to have stuff to last you for the rest of the week. So he's like, man, I'm going to just go and holler at one of the store men. So I was like, okay, cool, bro. You could do that. He was like, man, I'm finna holler at that dude Seaside. I was like, nah, bro, I'd rather you go F with New York. You know what I'm saying? Just go mess with New York, bro. New York is a more calmer, cooler dude. He's more understandable. And like I was telling him, I was like, bro, I've been in this dorm longer, bro. I didn't see Seaside in action, bro. Get into it about his store stuff. Mind you, sometimes as a store man, that's how you got to be, bro. Because some dudes would actually try to take advantage of your store or whatever. I ain't getting no money this week. And they'll give you that same sad story every week. But New York, he was more understanding, bro. Sometimes you folks don't even put the money on your books sometimes, bro. Sometimes they got to pay bills. Sometimes your kids got to get new shoes or this, that, and the third. So you got to understand that people actually got a life to live and they actually got bills to pay and got all type of different expenses while they out there. So you can't really pretty much just put pressure on your people like I see guys do all the time, bro. Sometimes you hear guys on the phone cussing at their mama, cussing out their baby mama, all that type of stuff, cussing their brothers. Man, you want to put that money on my book, man? All that stuff I did for you when I was on the turf. Boom, hanging phones up, breaking the phones, doing all that crazy mess, bro, which is kind of like unnecessary, bro. Sometimes you got to learn how to survive. Sometimes you got to humble yourself, bro. Someday you got to have some hungry days, bro. Because guess what? We all put ourselves in this position, bro. So you can't be mad at nobody else because they ain't put no money on your books, especially not in a timely fashion, bro. So I tell him, bro, mess with New York or whatever. He's like, man, nah, man. You know, Seaside, bro. I know them folks. I know his family and stuff on the street. And I was like, bro, I don't know. I ain't know Seaside was over from that area like that or knew some of the same people that you know. He was like, hell yeah, bro. I know his little brother and all that stuff on the streets. So I was like, cool. He was like, yeah, I'm gonna mess with gang. He know this, he know that. So I'm like, okay, cool, bro. Boom. He go get all that stuff, bro. Guess what? The day the money was supposed to go on the books, he ended up getting like $10 in food, bro. Seaside ended up charging him like $7 extra, you feel me? So he got the $10 in food. We got a whole bunch of noodles, cupcakes, and all that. He used to like them little sweets, bro. I used to always tell him, bro, when I go to the store, bro, and I know that I might not go to end the next week, bro, I be getting survival kits, bro. I might get some sweets and candy and stuff like that, but I'm going to get the necessary stuff that I know that's going to hold me, bro. I'm going to get me some of them. Y'all know I got to get me a whole bunch of soups, bro. Saltine crackers, you know what I'm saying? Get me some of the Ritz crackers and stuff like that. Beef and cheese stick. Stuff that I know will last, bro. And I got to ration my stuff out, bro. Because I pretty much knew what it was, bro. So he got that stuff, bro. And he be eating like crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie. When he got that food in his box, he be smashing, bro. So, boom. The day his sister was actually supposed to put the money on his books, bro. Because I forgot what the cutoff date was for you to put the store list. But his sister ended up putting the money on his books late, bro. I remember when he got off, bro. He was on the phone in the dorm cussing. Man, you supposed to put that money on my books, man. I owe these folks, whoop, whoop, whoop. And he was actually saying it loud inside the dorm, bro. And I remember seeing Seaside sitting down, bro. We was out there on our little free time or whatever, bro. Seaside was looking, but he was actually looking and acting like he wasn't hearing what was going on. But I'm peeping bro on the phone, bro. Peeping KT on the phone, and I'm peeping him, bro. So I'm like, Seaside, he done heard him. So when bro came in the room, he's like, man, my sister tripping, man. He just walk around the room mad as ever, bro. And I'm trying to tell him, bro, like, bro, sometimes, bro, that's just how it be, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, just go holler at bro, let him know, you feel me? But in my mind, I was like, bro, I just told this man, bro, this man Seaside be tripping, bro. Anytime folks be like their money hit late or something might have happened, they ain't got the money on their books, or family member, I had to promise them or something like that. That man don't be playing none of that, bro. I remember telling him when he was like, man, I'm finna go holler at bro, man. He cool, man. He won't understand, man. You know, I know folks on the street, all this, all that. So I was like, all right, in my head, I was just laughing, bro. Anyways, bro, next morning we got out, you feel me? I guess Seaside was up early in the morning, bro, because a lot of people don't be getting up for that first free time, which is probably like 7 to 9 and then 9 to 11. Depends on the range that you're on, bro. So anyways, I remember the second free time that we went out like 1 or 3. So I remember pulling up on Seaside, bro. Seaside was at the table. He playing cards with one of his little homies. He had like 2 little homies in there, bro. These folks always be, you know, rallying around him and stuff like that. Always sticking up around him because he was somewhat like a big homie. You know what I'm saying? He had a little food, had a little store thing going on. He had somewhat of a status in the county jail. A lot of people always knowing him from other dorms. People always coming in the door to holler at him. All that type of stuff, bro. So he went to the table, holler at bro. You know what I'm saying? I remember bro telling him like, man, nigga, I don't care about none of that, bro. I don't care if I know you, bro. You're going to have my money on store day. You feel me? And I could see the look on KT face, bro. KT was shocked, bro. He was shocked. He was like, man, ain't no way, bro. This man just trying to deal with me like this in front of the dome. And all that's going through my head is like, bro, I told you, bro. Don't ever think you're special or nothing like that to any of these dudes, bro. These dudes are hustling. You feel me? They in survival mode, bro. You ain't special to them. He don't care if you know his folks on the street. And that's exactly what he just told you, bro. He ain't going for it. He's like, bro, just have my money, bro. So, bro, like, man, come on, bro. It ain't nothing but like $10, bro. Come on, bro. I have my folks pull up on your folks on the street, bro, and give them folks that money, bro. Come on, you ain't got to do all that. Man, KT, man, Seaside was like, bro, man, listen, we ain't do no business on the street, bro. I want my food, bro. You know what I'm saying? I want my food right in here, bro. So he's like, bro, you tripping about some food, bro? Come on, man. My folks having this stuff on the street. He started saying all that. He ain't do nothing but get Seaside more upset, bro. Seaside was like, look, bro, I ain't with all that. I don't care about none of that. Have my food on store day. Anyways, bro, my bumpmate, he went to walk around the dorm after that, bro, busting laps. You could tell he was deep in his thoughts, bro. Anytime guys be going through something like that, bro, you see him, they get to walk around the dorm, boom. Walk around the dorm, busting laps. So I'm looking at him, I'm like, bro, all this could have been avoided if you had just listened to me, bro, and just went to New York and got that store from New York, bro. You wouldn't have been going through none of this, bro. So anyways, bro, we go back in the room and he's like, man, home tripping, man. I had my sister pull up on his folks right now and give him 100, bro. Kill all that. I was like, bro, listen, bro, I hate to bring this up, but I told you, bro. He's like, God damn, Jamaica, man, you told me, bro. You told me, bro. I was like, little bro, sometimes you gotta listen, bro. These folks who you think you and them just super cool, then it's not cool like that. I understand the principle and all that. You owe that man the money, bro. But sometimes stuff just be going wrong, bro. And you can't help it. It's pretty much out of your control, bro. Really, all that stuff is out of your control when you're behind the walls, bro. You got to depend on people to do everything for you, bro. And like I said, people got their own life going on, so sometimes this just don't happen. He's like, hell yeah, bro. He's like, man, home tripping, man. I ain't know he was like that, man. He a real crab. I was like, what? Come on, bro. I was like, look, bro, don't let them folk hear you use that word, bro. Come on, against one of the, you know what I'm saying, one of the Crips. I was like, bro, don't say that no more, bro. Especially don't say that outside. I said, bro, when you saying that, please keep the volume low, because you know you on speakerphone, right? These vents all in the walls and stuff, they connected with rooms around you, so somebody in the next room could hear you calling this man a crab. You feel me? He's like, man, I don't mean it on no gang stuff. I'm just saying, you know, that's how crabs be. I was like, bro, come on, bro. Just don't do that. You feel me? He's like, man, I bet, bro. But I can't believe home acting like that, bro. I can't believe. I was like, bro, that's just how it is. I told you should have wanted to mess with New York. He's like, yeah, bro, next time I just gonna mess with New York and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, cool, bro. Boom. Mind you, it was like 3 days before store day, bro. Store day was Saturday, bro. Boom. Guess what? The whole time, like the day before store day, bro, I remember we walk around the dome. And, bro, he always walk around the dome holding his collar to his jumpsuit like this, bro. You know what I'm saying? He be having his little tough face on walking. I'll be like, bro, look at my bump mate, bro. He off the chain, bro. I ain't gonna lie now. He be ready to go now. He be ready to go, because I done seen him got the hitting. Bro, this man probably been in the room with me probably like a month already, bro. He done got the hitting in the dome already. I'll tell y'all about that too. Man, walk around, bro, so I could see Seaside, bro. Seaside and his little homies right there. They looking at him sitting at the table playing cards. They always sitting there playing cards, bro. Every free time, bro, that's all they do, sitting there playing cards. So Seaside was looking at him. Bro, you know me, bro. Now I'll be in the dorm. I'll be looking at everything. I'll be paying attention to everything that's going on. Little bro ain't even see it. So we go back in the room. I was telling little bro, I was like, look, bro, you know, sometime, bro, you probably gonna have to get some money from New York and just pay that man tomorrow, bro. I was like, bro, go holler at New York, bro. Tell New York to get you them all the little $17 or $18, and tomorrow you just give it to him. You feel me? And just kill that. You just have to pay New York about $25 or about $23, $24, somewhere around there, bro. He was like, man, I ain't finna do all that, bro. That's too much going on, bro. In my mind, I'm like, how is that too much? When you were just saying that you would have your sister pull up on home folks and give them 100. So is you capping? You know what I'm saying? Is you capping? Just go ahead and straighten your face, bro. Make a bill with New York and pay this man off. He was like, nah, he ain't doing that and all that. So I was like, all right. And the reason why I was saying that to him was because I seen how Seaside and his little homies was looking. You feel me? Mind you, I didn't tell him that because he could be somewhat of like a hothead too, bro. If I go tell him this, bro, next free time we go out, bro, he gonna be like this. mugging Seaside in them. I know where that could lead to, bro. Because Seaside, he be biting a lot of baits, though. I ain't gonna lie, he gonna bite a lot of baits, bro. So, boom, store day come, bro. Boom, store day come. It's a Saturday. Boom, everybody going out there getting their store. Boom, everybody getting their store, bro. Like I said, I wasn't going to store that week. You know what I'm saying? I had a couple Raymonds in the box. You know what I'm saying? About 2 sleeves of saltines or something. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make that stretch. I'm gonna make it work, bro. Or if it don't work, at the end of the week, I'll just go ahead and get something from my boy in New York. That's how I usually do it. Anyway, bro, boom. Doors pop, bro. Boom, doors pop for lunch. And this is the time they always kind of let us out a little bit early, bro. So, they know guys gonna do their little transaction and all that type of stuff, bro. Trays come around, people who owe people taking boom, 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 boom. And one thing I noticed, bro, Seaside little homies, they was going around collecting for them. You feel me? But they had to mess around and brought in the lunch trays. We had a chicken patty that day. I had some chips too. I got some chips from my homeboy. You feel me? Boom. Went down there, ate my chicken sandwich. I could feel like it's a little bit of tension. You feel me? Because I seen the little homies, they looking at my bunkmate. You feel me? He's sitting there eating the chicken sandwich, smashing. He ain't even paying attention what's going on. You ain't pulled up on that man yet, even though you hadn't told him a couple days before that you was going to be late. And y'all had that little, you know what I'm saying, the little argument in the dorm. You still should have pulled back up on him as soon as the doors pop and let him know, like, bro. So after we finished eating, bro, everybody packing their trays up and stuff like that, I seen one of the little homies. He came over there. He's like, say, KT, big bro said, you need to come on with that. You feel me? He's like, man, tell big bro I ain't got it, man. Tell him the money hit late, bro. I'm going to get him next week. You feel me? At the same time, I seen the little homie. He went over there, bro. Seaside, man, like, man, you need to have my money, man. You need to have my money, home. I need that right now. So I'm looking outside, mind you, bro, the officer is next door. So some of the guys in the dorm, they're like, hey, man, the officer next door feeding, man. And, the doors is right there. They could hear you if you shouting and screaming like, Seaside was, bro. They could hear you, bro. So Seaside to kind of like calm down a little bit, bro. So, anyways, little homies be over there mugging, bro. 2 little homies, they like 2 little pit bulls, bro, on leash. They like this, ready to get off the leash, bro. If Seaside say go, them folks is coming, bro. But like I said, my bunkmate, bro, he wasn't soft or nothing like that. Bro, be ready to go. So, anyways, bro, then went back up to the room. He went back up to the room. Seaside mugging him and stuff like that. The moment the officer left from next door, pod 4, and went over to pod 5 to feed, Seaside cranked back up like, man, nigga, you better have my money. You know what I'm saying? ASAP. You feel me? So I'm like, dang. Anyways, bro, boom. I go up to the room, bro. I went to sit down on my bunk. Bro, standing in the back of the room, bro. One of the little homies come up there. Boom. He come up there. He like, bro said to come on with that, man. So by the time I'm looking, the other one coming in the room. So I'm like, I stood up ASAP, bro. I like, hold up, bro. You know what I'm saying? It ain't even that type of party, bro. It ain't that type of party. Say, like, what you talking about, Jamaica? I was like, look, bro, ain't none of that finna go on in the room, bro. If y'all coming here and talking about y'all finna jump homes or something like that, bro, ain't nothing going on. Ain't none of that. So they like, man, Jamaica, what you talking about, bro? Get out the way. I'm like, bro, ain't nothing going on, bro. So I kind of backed up. You feel me? So they kind of look at me kind of shocked because they know I'm, you know what I'm saying? I had size on me, bro. That time I was working out hard, bro. I'm doing over 500 push-ups a day. I'm big. You know what I'm saying? I got size on me, bro. I'm ready to slam something out. Ready to take you for that ride. So they like, bro, Jamaica, ain't no problem with you. I like, bro, I ain't got no problem with y'all anyway, bro, but I ain't finna let y'all jump homes, you feel me? I was like, tell Seaside, holla at home, man. Boom. They go back outside the door. So, bro, like, man, bro, you should have let him in, bro. You should have let him in. I don't care about nothing, bro. They come on with it. I'll fight both of them. So I'm like, hell nah, bro. I ain't finna let y'all fight. You fight both of them niggas, bro. We bunkmates, bro. This is one thing about me, bro. Every bunkmate I done had, bro. If they gang member or nothing like that, ain't nobody finna come in. It could be your own gang, bro. Bro, y'all do that outside the room. Do not come in the room, bro. Once you cross this room, ain't none of that going on in the room with me. Y'all catch him outside the room and do that outside the room. But once you come in this room, bro, yeah, you involving me in it. That's just how I used to look at stuff, bro. Exactly, I used to look at it. So Seaside came up there. He's like, man, Jamaica, why you got there and getting involved? I like, bro, Seaside, you know what's up, bro. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody jumping my bunkmate in here, bro. If y'all want to do all the extra stuff, do it outside. He's like, man, home owed me. I was like, bro, talk to him about that. If you want, y'all go in the room and shoot the one. You feel me? I said, bro, you could shoot the one with him, and he could shoot the one with him, and he could shoot the one with him after, bro. But I ain't finna let y'all jump him or nothing like that. So he like, shit, bro, what's up? What's up, bro? We gonna hit. You feel me? So, bro, like, bro, my bunkmate's so stupid. He like, bro, I hit with you, bro. You ain't getting nothing. You ain't getting nothing home if I hit with you, bro. That pissed Seaside off, bro. That sent him through the roof. He was like, what? He's like, man, you playing with me, man. This on Crip. You know what I'm saying? He's like, man, it's on Crip, bro. I'm going to beat you up and you going to pay me my money, bro. Like I said, the little homies right there, they looking like two little pit bulls, but they knew, bro, if they came with it, bro, they know I'm going to fire off on them ASAP, bro. So, boom. So, Seaside like, bro, shit, I hit with you, boom, let go. Bro, they go in the room, bro. I stand outside the door, standing up at the door, bro. Two little dudes right here, two Crip dudes. They wasn't little, though. One of them, he was probably like a little bit shorter than me, bro. He had a little size on him. The other one, he was little, bro, like a little minion, bro. I'm like, bro, why you here, bro? You serve no purpose, bro. Like, what did you do to get locked up, bro? Like, I know you was not to try to rob nobody, or you probably was like a little cat burglar or something like that, climbing through windows. You real small like that. That was your job. Boom. Seaside go in there, bro. They get hit. They tearing the room up, bro. I peep back in there one time. When I peep back in there one time, I see them folk going at it, bro. They hitting, bro. But Seaside, I ain't gonna lie, Seaside had size on him, bro. He had, bro, in the room pinned down, like, boom, boom, boom. Pinned down. He talking trash to bro. Like, man, my money, nigga. So, bro, like, man, I'm gonna pay you, nigga. What's up? We go at it again. So I'm looking like, damn, these folk ready to go at it again. Bro, by the time I turn around, bro, one of his little homies, bro, not the little short one, the other one, boom, he tried to open the door, snatch a door like this, bro. So I'm like, bro, when he snatched the door, it kind of hit my back. You feel me? Because I'm standing to the door like this, my back to the door. But he snatched it, boom, dead in my back. I turn around, bro. As soon as I turn around, I fired off on him. Boom, right on the top range, bro. I hit him. Boom, on the top range. So the other little one, he looked like he wanted to jump in it. You feel me? So I'm like, what's up? What's up? They're like, bro, they go in the room. They go in the room. So the dude that slept next door to me, bro, he like, bro, y'all come in my room, bro. Y'all ain't got to do it out here. The police lock y'all up. Mind you, Seaside and my bunkmate, they still in there hitting, bro. I'm like, shit, come on, bro. I kick my shower shoes off. I go in the room, bro. He come in the room. He come in the room like, what's up? What's up? As soon as he said, what's up, man, he swung at me. Boom, he swung at me. When he swung at me, boom, I ducked down. I grabbed him. At this time in the county, bro, I ain't really had no hands like that. I've been in a couple fights. I've been in a lot of fights, but like I tell you, bro, I didn't know how to fight, bro. You know what I'm saying? I did not know how to fight, bro. I was just learning how to fight. You know what I'm saying? I snatched him. I grabbed him ASAP. I went flinging him all around the room, bro. Boom. Boom, I want to toss him around. Man, stop grabbing, man. Stop grabbing. That's all he kept saying. Stop grabbing. I'm like, man, this is part of the fighting. That's what I'm saying in my head. He doing all that. He trying to boom, man, let me go. Let me go. So I pushed him off. Boom, I pushed him off. He squared up again. We squared up again, bro. He came punching at me again. I did the same thing, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Duck down. Boom. When I ducked down, now I actually tried to scoop him, bro. I lift him up in the air, but I couldn't slam him, bro, because you had the bunk right here, bro, and you had the wall right there. So I'm trying to fight. We in the back of the room in the corner. So I'm trying to do all this, bro. Boom. I'm trying to slam him around the room. One of the times he hit his head on the bunk, bro. So he's like, man, I hit my head on the bunk. So I'm like, bro, that's even better for me, bro. Boom, I'm trying to pick him up again. I couldn't slam him, bro. He kept holding on to my jumpsuit, bro. So every time I'm lifting him, it's like me lifting him and trying to lift myself at the same time. It didn't make no sense, bro. I just wanted slamming him all over the room again. Boom, boom, boom. Next thing I know, the door snatched open. It's Seaside. He like, man, y'all break that up, man. It's over with, Jamaica. It's over with, bro. Let him go, bro. Let him go. So I look, bro. My bunkmate right there. My bunkmate standing right there like, bro. You want to say he looking at him like, yeah, you want to jump in? You jump in? I'm jumping in too now. I ain't going to lie. Bro was ready to ride. Just like when I rode for him, he was ready to ride for me, bro. So I pushed little bro off of me. Boom. He walking out the room. He had a little gash right here in his head from him hitting his head on the bunk. It's leaking a little bit. It wasn't nothing too bad, though, bro. So Seaside like, man, come on, homie, man, come on, man. Feel me? So I go out there, bro, on the range. They walking down the range down to his room or whatever like that. The other dude, now the little short one, he slept in the room on the other side of me. So he was walking down there with them. And it was like, man, the officer when they come in here, man, they finna lock us down or whatever like that. Because I tell y'all, they don't keep us out that long after we eat, bro. Feel me? So after you done eat, you get a little time or whatever, and they come and lock you down. So the little one, he passing back. Man, this little dude passing back to him. So, man, I'm Crip, man. I'm ready, man. I'm Crip. I'm looking at this little dude like, bro, I'm Crip. You ready? What? You feel me? Like, bro, we could go right now. You know what I'm saying? I really wouldn't want to fight you anyway, bro, because you too little. I ain't going to lie to you, bro. Boom. Anyways, now, after that, late night now, we came out for the free time, late night at 7, like 7 o'clock, bro. We came out, hella tension in the dorm, bro. My bunkmate, he was hyped in the room the whole time, bro. He's like, bro, that big nigga couldn't do nothing with me, bro. That big nigga couldn't do nothing with me. I mean, he caught me a couple times, but I caught him a couple times too, bro. Boom. So anyways, bro, we come out for the little free time. As soon as we come out, bro, officers pop the door. They left out. Seaside like, man, Jamaica, let me holler at you, bro. Boom. I go down to his room, but mind you, my antenna's up. So he like, bro, come in the room, bro. We ain't hitting or nothing like that. So he like, bro, man, home got to pay me my money, man. I don't care. He talking about something, we get the hit and he ain't pay me. He got to pay me my bread, bro. You know what it is, bro. He's like, man, this time Jamaica, don't get in the way, bro. Let my little homies jump on him, bro. So I'm like, bro, that my bunk mate, you know, Seaside. I can't let that happen, bro. If y'all gonna do that, y'all might as well do it in the day room or something, bro. Y'all can't come to the room jumping. I'm sorry. So he like, man, home gotta pay me, man. He talking about he ain't pay me, he gotta pay me. So I'm like, bro, I'm gonna holler at bro. I'm gonna make sure he pay you, bro. I'm gonna make sure he pay you. He's like, man, I ain't saying nothing. That's the home, man. He better have my money. Now I know Seaside was serious, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Mind you, little bro came out to fight. He came out all right. But Seaside wasn't no punk. You know what I'm saying? Seaside wasn't going for you. You got to hitting with him. You ain't gonna pay him his money. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Seaside ain't going for it, bro. You gonna fight Seaside every day until you pay him his money. I ain't gonna lie. So when we went downstairs, bro, I'm telling bro, like, hey, man, listen, man, next week, bro, just go ahead and give that man his money, bro. He's like, man, Jamaica, man, I got to hit with him. I already told him, bro, if I got to hit with him, I ain't going to pay him. I said, look, bro. I said, look, KT, I'm telling you, bro, just pay him, bro. He's like, man, that what that nigga call you in the room talking about, man. Bro, we could hit, bro. We could hit again. I said, look, bro, just pay the man his money, bro. I said, you own, bro. You got to pay the man his money. He's like, bro, we done got the hit, bro, on the street, bro. If I owe you, bro, we get the hit about it, bro. I ain't paying you nothing, bro. Them street rules. I said, bro, you in jail, bro. You ain't on the street, bro. I said, you in jail, bro. I said, it ain't gonna go all the way you want to think it. You think it's gonna go all the time, bro. It's not gonna go like that, bro. I said, bro, I know this, man. He's like, man, Jamaica, I ain't scared of him, bro. He said, bro, you ain't got to jump in next time, bro. You could let him jump you, bro. You could let him come in. You should have let him come in the room. I was like, bro, I ain't gonna let that happen, but just pay the man his money. He's like, man, big bro. Man, big bro, man, I ain't going for that, bro. So anyways, we out there on a little free time, bro. He walk around mugging them folks. I'm telling him, I'm like, bro, let it go, bro. Just let it go, bro. Because Seaside, he was like, bro, tell that nigga just to pay me, bro, so I ain't got to beat his ass again. You feel me? Don't matter if we know each other on the street or our family know each other, none of that. Just pay me my money, bro. We go back in the room tonight. He's like, man, Jamaica, I don't know why you picking up for him. I said, bro, I ain't picking up for him, bro. I'm just telling you the truth. I said, bro, I just rolled with you. I said, bro, I just got to fight with this man. I could have went to the hole and everything, bro. I said, bro, I don't have no problem with these folks. I said, I ain't got no problem, bro. I just ain't want the folk to jump you. He said, man, you ain't had to get in. You ain't had to get in. So I'm like, bro, man, calm down, man. You doing too much now, bro. You doing too much. I said, man, I'm trying to teach you something, bro. I said, I'm trying to teach you something, bro. Just pay these folks their money, bro. You know what I'm saying? You still owe the man. I don't care if you got to fight with him or not. You still owe him, bro. I wouldn't go for it. I don't care, bro, if I fight with you over my stuff. You still got to pay me my stuff. I don't know what type of rules them was and who you was messing with on the street that was letting you get away with that. But he was like, man, I don't care, bro. I hit with him every day. I was like, bro, I understand you will fight every day, bro. I'll fight every day, bro. I done got to fighting 2-3 times in a day already in this county jail, bro. I don't care about that. You feel me? But if the problem can be resolved, let's resolve the problem, bro. We ain't finna be doing this every day just for the hell of it. You think I just like fighting? I just like to get up and fight? No, I don't like to get up and fight. But if you try me, we have some type of disagreement, and you feel like you want to fight me, I'm gonna defend myself and I'm gonna fight you, bro. I don't like to fight like that. I'm not a dude that's just going around picking fights with everybody. No, I don't do that, bro. So he's like, man, all right, bro, I'm going to pay him, bro. But that nigga, bro, he already know what it is. I said, bro, the man let it go, bro. Man, shit, man, I ain't letting it go, bro. I see home on the street, it's over with. I said, man, there you go, bro. You finna bring this to the street. He's like, man, shit, bro. You know what it is. You know how my fam get down. Bro, your family ain't here right now, bro. You the only one in here, bro. And like I said, bro, couple days passed by, bro. He did end up getting the money on his books or whatever. When he got to fighting with Seaside, the money was on his books. The money just hit late. He just couldn't use it at that time, bro. So the next day he go to the store, bro. He ended up getting all the stuff that he needed. He got the stuff for Seaside, bro. And guess what this man do? He's like, man, I'm getting the bags of coffee, man. I ain't getting that nigga no food. I said, man, this man is off the chain, bro. And he ended up getting like 3 bags of coffee or something like that for Seaside. But pity, he was trying to not give Seaside no food, but he actually did something good for Seaside, bro. Because Seaside be selling fingers of coffee anyway, so that's hustle product for him, bro. So I'm like, bro, you trying to give that man some coffee thinking you're not giving him nothing good. You just gave him a whole bunch more than what you owed him. So he's like, man. So Seaside actually took the coffee and everything, bro, and everything was pretty much good after that, bro. But I was telling him, bro, like, bro, you got to calm down, bro. Man, this man was a real hothead, bro. Me and him almost got to fighting in the room, bro. I'll end up telling y'all about that later on down the line, bro. But sometimes you have some roommates, bro. Like I said, he was one of the coolest roommates I had during my whole bid, though. He was one of the coolest, though, bro. He was just kind of hyper, though, bro. You know what I'm saying? The good person that he was kind of outweighed the bad ways that he had, if y'all understand what I'm saying. But like I said, he was good, though, man. But he just had to learn his lesson, bro. He had to learn his lesson, bro. Seaside didn't beat him up that bad, but he did get beat. But he was still popping, bro. Every day he used to talk about it. Man, that big ass nigga can't do nothing with me, man. I wish I could fight him again, bro. He'd be in the room just laughing. I wish I could fight him again, bro. I'm telling you, man, Jamaica, I'm gonna put the hands on him. I'm like, man, this dude here off the chain, bro. I always just laugh at him, bro. Anyways, though, man, that's the story for today, man. I hope y'all got a good lesson from that, man. Appreciate everybody checking out the channel, man. A lot of love, a lot of peace, a lot of respect. I'm out, y'all.